from Enugu, Nsukka precisely. I have come to return all glory to God. Elroy, he has shown me great mercy. I was an early widow. I didn't know what to do. So God's via prayer gave me a vision to run school. When we started, it was like they rang bell. People were coming from all the nook and cranny of the city. It was rated as one of the best schools. We were doing well. Little did I know that the enemy was busy planning. Before we knew it, attacks came from everywhere. All manner. I was worried. Before we knew it, the school went from multitude to about 15. Secondary shut down. Primary session, I looked at this. This is a woman with all humility. I had in my little time, I had given out 2 cars for missionary work. I take care of widows, orphans. I give scholarships across the board, whether secondary, primary, or university. And I found myself from that height, I fell to 0. I could not take care of myself. I could not take care of my children that were left for me. No help anywhere. It was only big God and myself. I looked at myself. I had big dreams. I wrote a book. I couldn't even finish it. I dropped it. I was battling to feed. To eat became a problem. I was going to a roadside, a local woman to collect food on credit for me and my children. I said, God, I didn't know what to do. I was beaten and battered. I was frustrated and hopeless. I said, God, so all this dream dashed. So is this how I'm going to end at this age? So all of a sudden, it was in that frustration. I met my cousin's wife. I saw her praying. Uninvitedly, I joined because what I saw, I said yes. I got glued. To the glory of God, I started hearing testimonies of restoration. The glory of this house shall be greater than the former. If a tree be cut down at the center of the water, that's right. I say yes. I positioned myself. And around 2, we shut down. I shut down the school. Mockery everywhere for about 2-3 years. So I joined NSPPD 2020. By 22/23 session, I mustered faith. I said, we are going to open again. They were telling me, sell this property, because it was when we started building our permanent site that this thing got to the worst. I said, I'm not selling. God didn't tell me to sell. So I said, let's go back. We started. Brethren, the first year, 15 pupils, both secondary joined, but I was happy. I said, this is the finger of God. People can still come here. So I thank God. Then last year, 23-24 section, when we were about to open, fear came, and the word came from the altar. He said, you are afraid. There's somebody here, you are about to embark on it in 2 weeks' time. You are afraid. When you remember to go, your heart will. I say yes. That was my situation. I wanted to go back, but my heart would just skip. We renovated the building. That's number 1 testimony. Number 2, we started this second term. People started coming. Some schools closed and they joined. And I remembered one day in my room, I heard their disadvantage. It was as if I heard the voice of our Papa. Their disadvantage will be your advantage. Brethren, as I'm talking to you today, only crèche class is more than the whole school put together last year. Crèche is like twice all the schools, both secondary, both put together. My brethren, I say, God, I don't know how to thank God, because the worst was that I was not just not just what I lost, but my life. I didn't know I could. Today, if I get up, I have my bath, I dress up in front of the mirror, and I will step out to go to school again. I am dreaming big again. This altar, this ministry has given me the courage to dream again. I say, Blessing, you are not too old to do it. You can still do it again. And that is what God has been doing. I have come to return all glory, all honor to this Roy. As for our Papa, God has used you. The Lord will build wall of fire around you against satanic assault of any sort. You brought life back to me. I was living but dead, moving like a dead person. But today, my head is lifted high. Jesus, thank you. What God cannot do does not exist. What God cannot do does not exist.